Get ready, Fright fans, because Until Dawn, the horror thriller from Supermassive Games, is going to do its best to make you squirm, scream, and jump. It's a choose-your-own-adventure game that changes key events depending on decisions you make along the way. The story takes place atop the snowy and secluded Mount Washington. A group of 8 friendly teenagers head up for their annual get-together. It's a year after the previous visit went horribly wrong when 2 members of the group went missing and were never found. Now the group is returned in the hopes to forget about the tragic events. You'll take turns controlling and getting to know each friend throughout the game.
I really want to spend some quality time with each and every one of you and just share some moments that we'll never forget.
Until Dawn's story is a throwback to slasher flicks from the 80s and 90s. The dialogue has over-the-top tween lingo that could be ripped from Scream or I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Ashley was looking pretty hot today, right? She's like a sleeper hit kind of gal, you know? Now I just want to rip that parka right off of her and make some snow angels, right?
No. Absolutely.
When are you gonna take her to the Bone Zone?
Even the characters have the most generic 90s names the creators could find. I get the fact that it's supposed to be of an era, but names like Ashley, Chris, M, Jess, Josh, Matt, and Mike, and Sam are just too forgettable. I couldn't even keep them straight after spending 10 hours with them.
It's fine, she just can't.
The story goes through twists and turns that explore all types of horror tropes. There's the psycho killer chase trope, the alone in the dark trope, and the twisted game that makes you choose which friend faces a horrific outcome.
All you have to do is choose who you will save.
These cliches appear throughout the game, but Until Dawn really tries to get you with the jump scare. And the jump scare. And the jump scare.
What do you think?
Jesus!
And more jump scares. When you've been duped by the game so many times, the gag loses its effect. Until Dawn scares are at their best at the start of the story. The characters are still getting acclimated to their surroundings, and nobody really knows what's after them, if it's anything at all. Exploring the dark and ominous cabin halls makes every step a tense one. Like many scary stories, the second half of Until Dawn is more plot-driven, which cuts into the fear factor.
Wait, okay, so you hear that too, right?
Until Dawn is a choose-your-own-adventure game where you decide the outcome. And here's a spoiler for you. Everybody dies. But that's just one of the many outcomes of the game. Depending on your choices, you could save one or all of the teens, or just have a select few bite the dust by the time the sun comes up. Allowing the player to choose his or her own path is usually a novel approach to storytelling, but Until Dawn mostly fools you into thinking you're in control. The game's story mostly remains intact, regardless of your decisions. I went back and played pivotal parts of the game to make different choices, and sometimes it didn't change anything. For instance, Emily and Matt get into an argument about whether they should go to the radio tower for help or head back to the cabin. Even if you make the decision to head back, Emily overrides your choice and insists on going to the tower. What was the point of even asking me to choose, other than to fool me into thinking I had a choice?
Don't be a pussy. We gotta do this, Matt.
Fine. Fine. Whatever you say.
But Until Dawn's choice system isn't completely hollow. It builds on the genre by adding totems. Finding totems give the player a glimpse into the future, some of them being bad, and some of them providing guidance. This allows the player to make an informed decision when a specific time comes. It's nice when some important decisions have guidance, and it's a good way to reward exploration. The common complaint with games that have structures like Until Dawn is their inclusion of Quicktime Events. This game doesn't have a lot of them, but some of them are extremely important. I'm usually not opposed to QTEs, but they shouldn't have a place in a game that focuses on player choice. If a character should live or die based on a decision I make, that's fine. But why should someone die because of a slip of a finger or a wrong button press? That really does happen at one point in Until Dawn. This comedic pratfall, and this clumsy stumble, turned into this horrific death.
Oh, God!
What's even worse, I let poor Josh hanging.
All right. 5, girl.
Until Dawn's voice performances are uneven, which is bound to happen in an ensemble cast of 8 characters, but motion capture and facial graphics help sell the horror experience. Hayden Panettiere and Rami Malek nail their performances as Sam and Josh, which helps Until Dawn stay out of the realm of cheesy at pivotal moments of the story.
I'm going to give you 10 seconds. 9, 8,
No.
7.
Please.
Until Dawn's overall experience is inconsistent. The production values are impressive, but too seldom did it rely on atmosphere and score to build its tension, and regressed into predictable jump scare tactics. And as a game that bills itself as one of near endless possibilities, the choice system doesn't change much of the story. It fills the horror spot in the PS4's library that has since been vacant, but a better thriller is bound to take its place soon. Until Dawn's review score is 7.5 out of 10. For the full written review, be sure to check the Game Guy page of the Community Voices section on postgazette.com.